It's 14th of February 2021. Gorilla Tag releases on App Lab on Steam. 2 years later, it has over 5 million players. But there was a point where Lemming completely killed the game. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is the rise of Gorilla Tag. Back when Gorilla Tag released, it was a very simple game. The only two things you had to know was how to run and how to tag. Very simple, and if you don't understand, you're an idiot. Only bad thing was that updates were pretty slow. Since Lemming was the only one developing the game, the updates would be slow for a while. Well, that was fine because the game was mostly a social game, so it wasn't as boring. Everything was going fine until you would go in a lobby and you would see this salmon-coloured monkey staring at you. This is PBBV. A new Gorilla Tag ghost to scare the little children that play Gorilla Tag. 5 weeks later, there's 50 of them, and Gorilla Tag gets a massive boost in players. And a lot of people join just to ghost hunt. And for the next 6 months, the game will become a horror game. Every YouTuber was making a video about Gorilla Tag ghosts, mainly about PBBV, but there were many more, but I just can't name them because there's so many. Well, the way Gorilla Tag ghosts work are that they use mods, but some of these modders that would pretend to be Gorilla Tag ghosts would not just do that. There used to be a big issue in Gorilla Tag called player tracking. Basically, how player tracking works is that a modder is in a lobby with you and he finds your player ID. Once this tracker has your player ID, he can be in every single lobby you go into. For a lot of YouTubers, it would become impossible to record videos and they would just completely quit Gorilla Tag. And none of the big Gorilla Tag YouTubers were making videos. This issue would be a big reason why Gorilla Tag died, but it's not the main issue. Remember I said there was slow updates? Well, one day Lemming posted on Discord that there were slow updates because his dad was in the hospital. This means Lemming can't update the game, and the game was on the verge of dying. Every small content creator was making videos talking about how Gorilla Tag is dying. Content creators were leaving, and then one day Lemming posted this message on his Discord. Lemming has officially hired a team. Updates will not be as slow as they were before, and a lot more people would play the game. But it still wasn't enough. Gorilla Tag was still losing players, and Gorilla Tag's biggest issue, player tracking, was still not fixed. So to boost popularity of the game, Lemming decided to add the summer update. Players have been waiting for this update for a very long time, but it wasn't really that good of an update. It didn't really add anything other than cosmetics, and it was very small. All the players that were waiting were extremely disappointed, and Gorilla Tag did not grow at all. Lemming has completely killed the game. Player counts are down, no one's even playing the game regularly anymore, and YouTubers are not returning to the game. Until one day, Gorilla Tag released the biggest update it has released yet. After many months of waiting, Gorilla Tag finally releases the biggest update ever, the Halloween 2022 update. This update adds a ghost named Lucy, not an actual ghost like PBBV, but more like a fun ghost to chase you around the map. And once she's picked you up, she would send you up to heaven for some reason. Also, like, every map was changed. Canyons got spider webs all over the map, Forest got a massive pumpkin and Halloween decorations all over it. Mountains just had a bunch of graves splattered about the map, and caves was made so much more scary than it already was. But most importantly, every Gorilla Tag content creator was making a video about this, and this would bring lots of attention to Gorilla Tag, which will be important later in the video. And there was also lots of new cosmetics. A lot of people say that this was peak Gorilla Tag. The game's popularity exploded, and after killing the game, Lemming has finally revived Gorilla Tag. But the game doesn't stop growing from here. The Christmas update 2022 brought thousands of new players into the game. On Christmas Day 2022, there was over 60,000 players online, and just by looking at those stats, you can probably tell that Gorilla Tag was revived. After this update, updates would stay consistent, and Gorilla Tag would live on to 2023. And on 2023 Christmas, Gorilla Tag is probably going to peak in popularity again.